Guys, here we are. We're going to do a little technique of back escape from turtle. So obviously lucky enough to have Craig Jones in the house. We're just picking his brains and he's going to give us a little bit of details on this escape.
All right, so this one's from the instructional Just Stand Up. It's called a hip sit. It's a back escape that doesn't concede bottom control. So obviously in MMA, you don't want to end up off bottom. A lot of jiu-jitsu escapes involve you escaping back control to mount or even side control. Horrible for MMA. We not only want to escape, but we want to end up on top. And this one's called the hip sit, something I just stole from folk style wrestling. All right, so you can see the position we're in. Fox has a right hook here. He doesn't have a left hook, and he's got a strong seatbelt position, whatever. We're carrying all his weight in this position. We're going to do a little movement that keeps our left shoulder forward and allows us to sit on this hook. The deeper Volk's hook is here, the worse it is for him. So contrary to sort of, well, exactly. The deeper it is, you can see the more he's falling off on you. And that involves situations where we could potentially dive over the top. So if a long hook is bad for him, we want to force his hook long so I can even grab his knee and I could start to pull it as I sit in. And I take this switched hip position here. So my left knee's heavy on his ankle and my right knee's, I'm trying to point that up by lowering my heel into the ground here. What this does, it traps his hook. If Volks wanted to pull his hook out and he tries to pull it off, it's wedged in there. If we did it wrong, he could shallow it out. Now he circles behind us, we're in a dangerous position. So we're punishing him in and controlling his position by keeping it in. Another option Volks would have would be to stretch us out. So if he just stretches me here, extends me here, that's obviously going to be terrible for us. He's now in better back control. So I lean away from him with the armpit. He has diagonal control, right? So he has a hook on this side and he's underhooking my opposite side. It makes it hard for us to use rotational escapes. If he wants to extend us out though, he needs to get a good purchase on our left underhook. So I lean that away and I try to face him. If I'm up here again, he stretches easily. Now he tries to stretch me on. Volks tries to pull, even look, your hands are pulled. Super difficult here as long as we have this underhook load. So if at any point Volks opens his hands, we can hit a fast scissor motion. So say he opens his hands to do something and we can pull him back into them here. If he keeps his hands locked from this position, the beauty of turning back in is I can reach and grab his elbow here. When I hold his elbow, it makes it difficult for him to stay behind me, and we can again scissor our leg, clear our shoulder first to throw an underhook in. And of course, all the jiu-jitsu guys watching this are probably thinking, what if he gets a second hook? If he throws that second hook in, it's pretty useless because look how shallow it is. It's shallow because the other hook's long. They're not balanced hooks. So we can easily reach back, cup the toes, pop it out, hit a scissor, and he can't follow me easily because his foot's above his head. What he would actually want to do is post his foot on the ground, but it's difficult for him. Gives us a little head start to come back on top. Force the hook long,